That's how you gotta do to go live, bro. This is crazy. All right, man. You say we live. You guys, analytics and all type of stuff, man. Stream health. Man, y'all gotta help me out with this. And where I see all my comments and communicate with you guys, man. We want to talk with the state of music. State of music right now is something crazy. I promise you, it's just wild. So let's see. I'm about to do another. I'm about to watch a YouTube tutorial on it just to go live, man. This is wild. I can't even believe this. I should just did it on my phone. I'm trying to be fancy pantsy. Yada yada yada. All right, man. Y'all wildin'. We got all type of new music from these artists. We got Carrie Hilson. I just seen Rihanna. That's what I'm talking about. See, the state of music, bro. We got to talk about the state of music right now. It is wild right now. I mean, look at that. Pusha T, Clips, you feel me? Like, they coming with it. We got the AI technology. We got these lying companies talking about all this new hardware and technology. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people lying right now. I got to talk to y'all about the state of music, man. The state of music at this moment. I got to get this message across, man, because we are being bamboozled. Straight up bamboozled. It's wild. It's not making no sense. Let me turn the audio off. All right, man. So, man, open the panel. Watch now. Okay. Nobody gonna tune in, and I'm just gonna have to just make a straight video just on my soapbox by myself, I guess. Nah, how about that? Yeah, let's see what's going on, man. We got a little latency. All right, I don't see how y'all be doing this, man. This is crazy. I do this every day. Man. I do this every day, huh? All right. Got participants. You got all of this stuff. Let's see. Theater mode. Whatever that means. Well, this is wild. I've been able to go live for a long time. This is my first time in a long time, man. And y'all done changed your game up. Like, I'm using a little crazy little device. It's called a DJI 3 Pocket. Whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But look. Go ahead, close that out. Let's get back to the MPC. All right, man. We're over here using the MPC software. And then technology, right? Versus old school traditional just instruments. The thing of what this technology is that it's about creativity. It's always been about creativity and about how you express yourself. And today, I was surfing the internet like I usually do, and I was just noticing that we having debates about AI, artificial music and stuff like that. And I was thinking, I was like, hey, I tried it. I like it. I ain't gonna front. I like it. To me, the people who hating on it, who use sample packs or keyboards and sound loops and synthesizers, we all just doing the same thing. It's just a different form. You synthesis. Synthesis is creating things, different elements, and putting it together. Nobody from the hip hop community, at least that I know of, is putting this music together to a degree where it's all live. So if you're not using all live, all analog stuff, you can't hate on AI because you're doing the same thing anyway. Somebody's using, I'm gonna call it DI, dumb intelligence, to put a VST together that you can use to play your instrument. I mean, you basically doing the same thing. Only thing is not doing it all the way for you. But for the guys who use loops, man, that thing is doing it for you. And all you doing is find elements, taking it out, rearranging it, synthesis. And I'm like, yo, if you hating on AI and you doing that, bro, you're just weird, because your thinking process is not, you're not thinking the actual big picture of the breakdown of it. Of course, AI is putting compositions together based off what you type. But you know what a music producer is? If you came to me and you wanted to make a hit record, you're going to come to me like I'm the artificial intelligence and say, I want my song to be like this, with this vibe, these instruments, right? It's my job as a music producer is get the session players together, get your singers, get the engineer, and we get in there at the studio and we make that hit record. You're prompting me, the producer, the type of sound or vibe, or you came to me for my sound, but you want to get this element. So I will be AI. I'm not artificial though. I'm intelligent. So that's what the music production side of it is. The only thing y'all mad about, I feel like, is that AI is going to take your job, right? Because it can do it way better. Hey, somebody who don't know how to do music can just type in, tell the AI producer, this is what I want. But the difference is, instead of the producer owning it, the person who prompted, you know what I'm saying, he's the controller of the music. He paid his credits, his arcade tokens, put them into the machine, it spit out his track, how he described it. But see, some of y'all not realizing with this AI as well. See, I go back to the sampling days, going into the store, listening to some songs, or waiting for movie little soundtracks to play, and it catch your ear like, man, I want to sample that, just that one little segment. That's how you can use AI. Not only that, see, another reason why I think people are mad at AI, because they never was producers in the first place. It was only beat makers where they want to do loops. The AI portion of it is going to make you a whole composition. You as a producer is supposed to sit back, rearrange things, and be like, wait a minute, I like this part, but not that. Can we add this in there? Can we take away that? And that's the whole thing with the AI. And it's doing it like 100 times faster than a human can do it. Because what? When you waiting on people like this company to design this machine and they're purposely messing up your workflow, like, come on, man. Like, they've been purposely just destroying the workflow on this to add silly features. I mean, we was needing something to speed up the progress of music, because audio, to me, in my mind, is simple. It's simple. It's like simple stuff. You don't have to do all this crazy. You don't have to do all these crazy things like with video work and GFX. Audio is more simple, but we've been stuck kind of like in a way. And if it wasn't for like AI to speed along the process, man, music was going downhill for sure. If you guys hear some of the stuff that AI is doing, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's mind-boggling, and it feels good. Unlike the stuff I've been hearing lately, I'm like, man, they just putting distortion on everything. The creativity of the arrangement of the songs is going down, but now AI is putting the bar back up. It's like you can't just come mediocre, because AI is like, it's going beyond what a mediocre person would do. You can't just come like that no more. And I think that's what these guys are scared of. Like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get on my VSTs and put a clipper and a limiter on there and just turn up loud as possible. Because that's what we were doing. You're tricking yourself, making it was good, because you thought, man, it's loud, so it's good. And your listeners was like, bro, I don't want to hear this no more. So the musical element, the AI can bring the musical element to it, like jazz compositions, like sambas, waltz, different time signatures that people seem to not remember. Look at this machine, don't even have time signatures in it. Like, come on, bro. Like, where's the music element? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that the state of music is weird, because streaming platforms not trying to pay people, right? You're doing all this hard work in the real world, not with AI, right, to make these compositions, doing all these arrangements and stuff, and then put it out on a digital streaming network where they paying you less than a penny for your stream. So yeah, AI is combating that. And look at the streaming sites. It's like they mad because you're using a weapon that can compete with it. Like, okay, it's about a numbers game, right? I need to put out as much as possible just to even get recognition right now. Man, AI is the perfect tool. You want to throw that out there, you mix it in with the real. Now you can get your numbers up way easier because you don't have to use your brain power, which takes physical power. You got to eat, you got to be able to survive. You got mental, you got things going on in your life. To be sitting on the internet and just constantly just doing this all day, yeah, you need to use AI to compete because you got people who got unlimited time. Seem like I'm looking at these YouTube videos and people working, making videos. They don't seem happy. They seem miserable. I ain't gonna front. I watch these videos and I'm looking like, okay, you guys are like working for companies. You're working for clicks, man. And it's weird to me because it don't seem fun no more. It don't seem about. It's not authentic. They're always trying to sell something. Every time I'm watching a video, somebody trying to showcase something like, oh, it's the coolest thing since sliced bread. Check this out. And yeah, you can click on the link and make sure you support me as well. Like, come on, bro. You ain't doing this for the love of music or sound and sonics and the emotional value, the storytelling part of it. None of that, man. Y'all just over here milking this cow dry. And it's bugging me. And I'm like, the state of music, bro, it's bad. Got too many people who's faking. You might as well use AI if you faking this hard because, man, it's not authentic. None of this authentic. Use AI then. That's what I'm saying. Use AI. And then say that you're using AI. And then y'all can stay over there. And then the people who make some real music can have their own lane. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. Because like digital streaming, they like, nah, we don't want AI. No, yeah, y'all need AI. Y'all paying real people who do real music nothing. You need to pay the fake stuff the money that you paying the real people. Pay the real people more. That's what it should be. Just make different categories, different brackets, like university, like a college, like an elementary. We got the beginners over here. We got the elementary people over there. You got college people over here. You got, beyond that. Because you got some great people who do some great music. And they being overlooked right now because of mediocrity and just abundant of flood, just releasing tracks. It's sick, right? It's sick right now. I'm like, wow. It's causing people who have a lot of talent to quit. Not even, it's causing a lot of people just not want to participate. We losing secrets from the past, yesteryear, techniques that people used to do. People not talking about the techniques no more. And your boy Timbaland, right? He did a lot of good stuff. His name is getting thrown through the mud because of AI or because of things he did, like what crediting and gatekeeping. I'm gonna put it like this. Tim, if you're hearing this, man, the problem, bro, I think everybody has with you, bro, is you been gatekeeping. Like, we in 2025, the stuff you were doing in the 90s, you still ain't never really talked about it, and it's making people like leery. And then you come with the AI and your sound is different. It's like, bro, what? They thinking you faked it. So what I'm saying is you should just go ahead and start telling the secrets, bro. Don't gatekeep. Don't gatekeep the secrets because now we're in this era of AI and digital fake music and all this stuff. This is when you could come in and slap them upside the head. Like, look, this is how we were doing this. Seriously. We was processing it like this. We were doing this, this, and this. No more fluff. No more lies because this technology, people are finding the truth about things, and that's what's happening, bro. They busting you out like, oh, man, that was a sample. Or you used this producer. You could have just told a long time ago, like, man, we had teams. We were doing this. Nah, you wanted to keep that secret to yourself, and it's looking bad. Looking real bad, and that's a lot of producers right now. And so with that, again, that's why I say AI is cool, because if you let it be known up front and you talk about the different tools you're using, bro, ain't no in the future like we expose you for this. The hip hop music was about sampling. You know what I'm saying? It was about using these different tools in the first place. But some people felt like they was cheating, so they were trying to be secretive and not tell you. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to tell you because, one, they know other people out there copying to take your sound, and then two, it's like they don't feel like they was talented enough, so they found these tools in the you know, in the background. You know, they found all these little slick trick ways to do things, you know, from their shortcomings, and then they feel less stuff, or they feel like I said, if I told somebody I'm doing this, they gonna copy me and just take my stuff. But that's not what it's about. Your creativity, man, your sound is unique. And the more you practice it, the more you hone in on it, the more unique it gets. That's harder for somebody else to create. Yeah, they can do it here and there, but it's gonna be you. And that's what I'm saying about Tim. I'm talking about Timbaland. Like, he had his own sound. He switched it up because copyright claims and sample laws, sample clearances. So he had to switch it up. But when he switched it up, it was dope. It wasn't innovating. It was dope sonically, but it wasn't his signature. And a lot of people didn't realize why he did it. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't talk about it. He didn't like come out like, hey, look, I got to change my sound up because, you know what I'm saying? They're coming after me for copyright claims and whoop, whoop, whoop. And people keep saying, you know, my team's falling apart. He ain't saying that. He ain't saying none of that. He just got y'all on the fence, just sitting there on the fence like it was all good because he was winning. He's making a lot of money. He thought, you know, that's it. Man, you go from making $250,000 for one beat, you know what I'm saying, to you don't want to talk about nothing. It's like you at the finish line, is over. But he stayed in it for the long run, for the youngsters to come back around who investigate and start realizing, making websites like Who Sampled exposed, like, boom, like, bro, you ain't make this. This is from Whoop-de-Whoop. That's like the AI. You didn't make this. The AI got this from Whoop-de-Whoop. You see what I'm saying? The AI is gonna replace a lot of you guys, man, because y'all gonna be stuck in y'all ways. I was like that too, especially when it came to Fruity Loops, bro. I promise you. I had my hardware, and the guys had my Fruity Loop on a computer. See, the thing, it wasn't capable. The capabilities wasn't like it is now. So I was knocking it hard, and plus just the name implying that you're using loops, and I know they were using loops. It just hurt my soul. So I was like, hell nah. You want me to use a Fruity Loop, bro? Like, come on, like that sound gay. And I know you ain't creating music from scratch. You're looping it. So I was like, ain't no way I'm gonna do that. So I fought that for years and years and years. So I started hearing about guys like, you know what I'm saying, like the dudes in the South coming with it, with the Jeezy stuff. You know the producers, man. I ain't even gotta say their name, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, they start coming with it. I'm hearing it 2008. I'm like, wow, they going bananas on some FL Studio, because I was dreading it, bro, trying to avoid it for the longest. That's like AI. Don't be the same. Don't be like me. Don't do the same cycle, trying to avoid it and trying to hold out for the longest. Because look, they was producing on them FL Studios way faster than I could do on hardware. You know what I'm saying? MPC software on the computer wasn't even around. You know what I'm saying? We still had to track out the beats and do it the long, hard way. And technically, to the old school people, before my time, they shunned what I was doing. Like, they didn't feel like it was real music either. They like, oh, it's the programmer, it's the beat programmer. You know what I'm saying? You just beat programming. But they all the same thing, technically. Once you're a real producer, you know what to choose, what to pick, what you're doing, like who you want to use on the track, how you want to use it, what sounds, you know what I'm saying, where to get, how to get along with people, to get these people on these tracks, you know what I'm saying? So we can't really knock AI right now, and that's why I'm saying the state of music is wild, because we got a lot of people who lying because they don't want it. They don't want you to have the same capabilities as them. They worked hard and long to get to where they're at, so they want to gatekeep the secrets, and that's what I'm talking about, the gatekeeping. Man, I feel like back in 2013, 2012, everybody was giving out a lot of secrets. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly, they weren't giving the real sauce. They was giving a lot of secrets though, but they weren't giving the real. You know, and I feel like that helped elevate a lot of people to want to get into music. You know what I'm saying? And it helped a lot of people want to get into music and get involved and be creative. That was around the same time MPC brought out their software too as well. I mean, before using something like this hardware, extremely hard. You had to be a little bit more on the gifted side to be able to make a machine, make it do what you want to do, to be able to communicate to it to produce something that's fire, especially since it didn't really have sounds in it like that. It didn't have loops and pre-made riffs or synthesizers built into it. You know what I'm saying? You had a blank palette of nothing. All you had is a bomb ass synchronizer and a good ass sampler with a little bit of sample time. And you had to make something work with that. Like, that's where your creativity kick in. Like, okay, man, if I get my uncle Buck to come play this guitar part, I sample some stuff off this record with the vocal, find some drums. You know how we find the drums? It wasn't no loop packs, no drum packs, or you had to listen to a lot of music, right? Then boom, man, I just heard a little kick on that one track. It's Luke, Uncle Luke. They left the kick at the end of the song, kick and snare, snatch it off, put it in yours. You reflip them same drums, make something hot, and then you develop your sound from there. And eventually, you sampling your own sounds, or you got your own drummers, and that's what just the progressions. Eventually you start outgrowing it. Like you start getting beyond just these little tools, because these are tools. The AI is a tool. You start going beyond it. You know what I'm saying? And creativity just keeps expanding. Well, I hope for most people, but most people who's in it for money right now, it's not never gonna happen. They just looking for faster and faster shortcuts. And that's why I keep saying the AI is the way for y'all. The shortcut is the way. Eventually you're going to self-destruct using the shortcut anyway, because you don't understand the power. That's what I see. So the people who worried about AI, you shouldn't worry about AI. Keep practicing what you're doing, but don't let this pass by. Don't let this get away like I did with Fruity Loops. I try to get on there still to this day, and I'm like, man, this is like a whole nother language. It don't make no sense. Some people still might not like Fruity Loops, but I feel like it's the most powerful little DAW for production there is. Ableton is like second contender, but FL, man, they got it. They got it, bro. Whoever put that together, man, he's a big head scientist, music person, because everything in there is musically connected. It makes sense. The tones, the sequencing, it makes sense. It's like musical. Now you can do some old crazy unmusical stuff on there too. I've heard a lot of stuff. But man, social media, this technology, it's wild right now. But I want to get on another part about like I said, the state of the music, right? And that's with this hardware and this VSTs and these programs and speakers and microphones. Man, they are lying to us about all of this stuff, man. Room acoustics, all of that stuff, they just be lying to get you to buy. And I've been realizing that I've been going through that throughout the years. You ever realize, or like me, I know this, man, I'm saving up to buy this one little piece of hardware or to get this one VST. I'm always thinking it's just that one that's going to make it's going to make my music just come to life. But throughout my years of doing this, the most important thing that made my music come to life is the human element. Not needing the tools. What you do need is to be able to get into flow state. And you need specific tools to be able to get you into flow state, to give you that tone, those music that make you connect with other people. So when they hear it, like, they're mesmerized, or they're like, man, this sounds good. And a lot of times it's not about the sonics. We see that now, from the loudness wars to the new age of just distortion. And you see, it's not about sonics. You see what people listen to music on cell phones. So you can't tell me it's about sonics, right? But it's still a connection, though, that even the young people who making their music listen to a cell phones and earpods or whatever it is, no hi-fi system or nothing. Listening to it on crappy speakers. They don't even really listen to it on club speakers no more. But what I'm trying to say is that it's about the connection and how it, connect with your audience, your viewer, your listener. And man, what I want to tell, what I'm noticing is that throughout my year's experience, when I got in flow state, it really didn't matter about the tools. It was how well I was able to keep my attention to what I was doing and then use the ether to go through me to create. I'm kind of talking spiritual with these tools, man, with the VSTs and all that. And they doing a money grab. They already understand what it is that you want before you want it. So they just touching at those emotional, that, to get you to pull that dollar out your pocket. Like, I'm just touching at that value of get that out of you. Like, yeah, don't you want the flyest compressor ever that can pull out the nuances of your mix? Yeah, I just released the nuclear compressor that has fly values. Yeah, right. I'm telling you, all this stuff really don't matter, man. We have tools. We've been had tools to be able to create hits for a long time. Now we're trying to find faster ways to do it. AI is doing it the fastest. We got a lot of pushback because it's coming too fast. And it can outdo you fake lying ass people. Because y'all making money and you can't figure out how to control it to make money off of it. And I see that. So I like where we're going with it. But the ultimate thing is people trying to control. When I first started my YouTube and I was trying to figure out how to use this live right now, if you notice, a lot of old artists are dropping and releasing music, but the majority of the public don't know their music has been released. And I've been seeing this trend for a long time. Like, a lot of people don't even know that these once, top of the chart chopping artists have released their music, and it's going unheard. And they're on major record labels. I know major record labels are hurting right now because of it. It's a hard time. It's bad. And they're using a lot of money, a lot of connections to put into it just so your little nephew, who made about 1,300 FL Studio songs and beats, to put it on the same platform that the major just released. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like, the times we in, the state of music is bananas. It's unheard of. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put rules on there or say or suggest. I like the freedom, but it's weird because the people who's doing it for the love of it are suffering. The people who's doing it for money, they suffering too. I ain't gonna front. I know they suffering too. I look at these YouTube channels and personas and I'm looking at them and I can just see the misery. Like, yeah, you doing this video for some money right now, ain't you? You trying to figure out how you can get your bills paid for the next month, huh? I can see it, bro. You got these different random items that you're trying to sponsor and showcase just to keep some clicks and views. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the longest, my channel, right? I represent the MPC and physical hardware. I can do software and all that too, but I like the vibe of hands-on and being in the zone and making some nice stuff with my hands, like being creative. Like, feels like I'm building a house with the hammer and nail versus telling the computer with a digital hammer and nail how to build it for me. That's the only difference, and that's what I feel like a lot of people, when they're using the AI, it's like the digital. Like, I'm gonna get a hammer, bang it into the nail. Okay, we got our cornerstone placed, and they're not doing the physical labor, but they're still got the vision. They still got the idea of how the house or the mansion is going to be, or how they're going to build it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying with the AI and the music. But the analog versus digital, you know, it don't matter no more, because Sonics, what the listeners listen to, what they listening to it on, is ridiculous. It's like you wasting your time. They don't care, bro. They don't care about no dang Sonics. They care about creativity, though. They care about, you know, I ain't gonna say how you made it, but just how it's like, make it feel. I hear tracks, I'll be like, ain't no way they listening to this. Just distortion, bro. Like, what is this? The worst 808s ever, and it's got a million views. Oh nah, bro. I was doing something wrong. I see. Well, I'm worried about the wrong stuff. So that's what I'm saying. The trend with this music is beyond bad, but it's good too. But it's just been monetized about like soul blues. You know, you think about those guys who used to do blues in the day. You don't never imagine them doing it so they can get a big record company, a record contract. You never imagine them doing it so that they can get, a sponsorship with a company so they can play with that guitar. You never imagine them doing it. The whole genre of blues wasn't so you can be monetized. A lot of different genres, you know what I'm saying? And not till later then you want to be this superstar. And now we're in this era where everybody want to get paid, you know, and they faking. They're faking. You know, just faking like, you know, they it. And all they are is a representation of a brand. You know, people are just talking a good game. And I grew up and the saying was, you know, what's the saying? The saying is, money talks, bullshit walks. Well, we are now in the bullshit is getting paid, and you do the walk, you getting forgot. like you did that walk, you did it, bro, but nobody don't care or remember no more. Like, I don't care how many times you do the walk and show that you can do it. We don't care. It's like they say, the last walk is your best walk, bro. Like, it's over. I was in the past. You did that. Like, I want to hear somebody talk about some good stuff right now, and I'm going to pay them. That's all I see y'all doing is just talk. YouTube, talk. Social media, talk. Hella stuff, just talk. And then we hear the music, it's forgotten in seconds. Boom. Gone. It's back to talk. Oh, this compressor, talk. These speakers, talk. You hear the music, gone. It's crazy. You don't hear nobody talking about the music. It's over. Last person I heard it really talking about the music was like a beef battle. Big time they talking about the music. Kendrick Lamar, Drake. Who he's talking about half music, more about the politics of the beef. Like, come on, bro. You know how much work they put into making them songs and they sell? We don't even know. Y'all like the hype and the emotional value of it. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people even just like the Kendrick song because they knew what it represent of like the disrespect that he put into it towards Drake. Like, that was the whole point of why they even liked the song. The drama. The emotional drama. They ain't think about the mix. You know what I'm saying? They ain't think about where the placement of the vocals. They ain't think about what kind of studio and acoustics that he used. Who knows? Who knows what he used? I bet you we're going to find out he was in the hotel room in the bathroom or something. It's going to be some Billie Eilish type situation going on. Don't think I forgot about Billie Eilish. This is crazy. They told us what they used, how they did it. Like, come on, my guy. Come on, man. Somebody's lying. That's all I want to say. They're lying, man. They're lying to sell stuff. Everything is a big lie. Just lie. American lie, not a dream. A dream is, aka a lie, until I guess it hits reality. So yeah, but we're not just an American dream. We in a worldly dream, like planet Earth dream. Everybody's lying to everybody right now. Nobody. I just learned about the different statues of lying. You know what I'm saying? The different, pathological liar and man, this is crazy, man. That's why you see on the YouTube thumbnails, people are using clickbait to get you to even click on their stuff. Bait and switch, like, hey, and show you a silly face and don't talk about what they were talking about, or if they do, they barely touch on it to show you something they want to sell you. State of music is wild, and it's trickling to different areas of the industry as well, like from movies into arts, from painting. And I know we want to blame it on AI, but you guys got to think about this though. There's still a creator behind operating those devices that's putting in a lot of time to create. I know it seems hella easy, but somebody's using hella hours to curate and, tweak and put that stuff out. Sometimes you make, people make things seem easier than what it is, but like a lot of people are using a lot of specialized and a lot of time to do this stuff. But the overall problem is not AI anyways. It's us as people. We looking at things wrong, and our mind frame is wrong because they've been programming and using propaganda and all these different social engineering strategies to get that green dollar out your pocket. And they understand how it works. And now we're all pointing the fingers at each other like, it's your fault, your fault, your fault. That's why I'm going back to music, and the state of music is, man, it's us, and we using music wrong at this point in time. We blame it on the tools, but no, man, we're using money. I mean, we're using music for money. That's what they're using music for. That's the problem with it, and that's why people are just throwing out damn near anything. They don't care. They don't care. And then they're getting paid pennies, so they don't care about. You see what the speakers I got right here? They don't care. I got rid of my little fancy speakers. I have some Adams, but I realized, bro, I'm hearing stuff that they're not hearing. They can't hear what I hear. So let me hear what they're hearing then. Let me do what let me hear what they're hearing. Because they can't hear what I'm hearing. Let me come down to your level, because maybe I don't understand. And that's the thing. I didn't understand. I was still in the mind frame of being a super music person. Like you're supposed to be separated. I ain't trying to like I'm higher than someone else, but you musicians versus a common person. It was a difference. Like creative people always seem to operate different. But what I'm noticing, man, is that everybody now is pretty much the same. And then the real creatives, man, and looking, man, and it's a weird place. It's a weird place. So that's why I'm saying I got these little speakers, to hear what they're hearing. I got the ear pods to hear what they're hearing, because I just didn't understand, like, something wrong with my ears. I'm hearing like good music, I'm hearing bad music. But the majority of people don't even complain about what's good music and bad music. And then like debates about the machines, like, oh, they're not gonna know what you made it on anyways. Yeah, you're right. You're right, especially when they're listening to it on Ant speakers. You know what I'm saying? Of course they don't care. They listen to the Ant. He has a speaker in his hand, and they stealing the speaker from him, listening to it while they're at work or on the bus or whatever they're doing. And then you thinking your mix is coming out crazy, right? Oh, this is the best mix ever, right? They listen to 3 seconds of your song and turn off anyway. Because you ain't the next gimmick. You ain't got the next dance song. You ain't got the next dance hit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a TikTok song that's playing on repeat that's got hella distortion. Man, state of music is bananas. You got the people on social media, YouTube, lying about hardware and plugins, just lying, bruh, to sell something. It's ridiculous. Then they telling you, no, AI is bad. I mean, get out of here, bro. It's all bad right now. All of it's bad to a degree. All of it could be good too. So it's like a coin flip. It's just what are you doing this for? What's your purpose? And a lot of people, I see their purpose is to get monetized, to get money. That's all. That's all. That's all. And then the real talented people, they be like, dang, you hella talented. Why are you not going out getting a contract and getting with a record company? Why are you not getting published? And why are you not promoting and copyrighting your music and releasing it to the public? Because it's art. It's valuable. And if they feel that it's going to be underappreciated, why would they do that? Why would you put it out there in worthlessness, like just land waste of nothing? Like, okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. If it sticks, it sticks. Oh well. What? I'm gonna do all these steps to go to BMI, get my barcode numbers and post it, all these different distribution sites so they can rip me off. They can, somebody can hear my music and copy it and use it AI to redo it. Come on, man. One thing about sampling that was like really great that, back in the day they hated. They thought, man, you're copying my music, you're taking something that I did and you're re-releasing it. One thing about sampling that I see and I learned over the years, it's helped bringing back people from the past who was forgotten. That's amazing because I hear stuff and I'm like, dang, I didn't know that was samples. Like Dr. Dre, for instance. I'm going to say Dr. Dre. I'll listen to some of his stuff. I know all this stuff now, all his catalog. I know what samples, all of that. But man, early 2000s, I hear it, some of the stuff from the 90s or late 80s. I'm like, man, that track was hot. Then I'll find the original. It's like, wow. And I want to learn about that artist and where they're from and, what influenced them, what inspired them to get that sound. You know what I'm saying? Was they looking for money? This is why they got picked up the guitar, because they was thinking like, I'm gonna get monetized on YouTube in 2025. And then I'll be able to sell products from Monster and Red Bull. I'm gonna get oh nah, bro. I'm gonna get brand ambassador. They're gonna send me all the free backpacks. Bro, music is wild right now. It's wild. It is wild, bro. The state of music is bonkers. Bonkers, man. But yeah, I'm about to get off of this live now. I wanted to express myself. And look, I always say this. This ain't my saying, but 2026, that's mine. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even gonna try to make no empty promises, but just know 2026, with the help of AI, we're finna conquer. Deuces.